station, boys and girls. It's time for Blame and Fable and his amazing friends.
We take our passions, our fandoms, and turn them into conversations with you.
Station. What is going on, everybody? I'm streaming from an undisclosed location, but we'll get into it. Without further ado, please help me welcome Brother Joe.
Station.
What is up, brother?
A special song for a special night. When it feels like the world is on your shoulders and all the madness has got you going crazy, it's time to get out, step out into the street where all the action is right there at your feet. Well, I know a place where we can dance the whole night away underneath electric stars. Just come with me and we can shake your blues right away. We're gonna do music starts. Whoa, to the beat of the rhythm of the night. Dance until the morning light. Forget about your worries and your mind. You can leave it all behind. Whoa, yeah, 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 yeah. Rhythm of the night.
Thank you, Brother Joe.
Yes,
beautiful.
Station, Brother Joe.
Nice shirt, too.
Thank you, man. Oh, man. Welcome, everybody, to the return of Blame Fable and his amazing friends with Nick and Stu. How's everybody doing tonight, man? Oh, man. I'm rusty as all hell, guys.
Hey.
We all are.
Oh, man. It's like riding a bike. You'll be fine.
Okay.
Stu just has one continuous stream over every night at this point. He's putting in the work, man.
Tin Man, you got Dorothy, the Cowardly Lion, and the Scarecrow with you. Get an oil can and oil up, and let's go.
Wait, who's who in that?
Yeah, right?
Wait a minute.
I don't think I like that comparison.
There we go. Lights.
Oh,
I don't
man.
like
How's
that
everybody
yellow brick
doing,
red
man?
on.
It's so good to be back, man, with you guys. Of course, I won't be able to stay on the stream. If you know what's going on, you know I'm in the process of moving. And right now I'm in my mother-in-law's house, and she's watching her soap operas, and the kids are running around crazy. I don't really have a room to stream from. So my boys, my homies, my PCP Army Bad Batch brethren decided to stand up and help continue the show, and I am so grateful for them. So thank you guys. Thank you everybody for joining us. Let's start off with my brother Stu. How are you, my brother? How was your week?
I'm so great, man. Yeah, it was week was all over the place, you know, coming back from Heroes and going back to work is always rough transition out of vacation into work, but Dude, I'm so happy to be back here on a Friday night. You sharing the live screen with you, man. It's so good to see you again. This just feels right. This is, it feels like it should. So, brother Joe kicking us off. Yeah, happy to be here, man. Happy to help out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, thank you so much, Stu.
Of course, man.
Of course, I'm always joined by my brother Nick, Comic Culture. My brother, how has your week been?
It's been good. I echo everything Stu just said. Getting over the con hangover, to be honest with you, and work, man. They know when you take a vacation. They know when you take a vacation because
I went back to work on Monday and I saw it in their eyes. You know what I mean? They just look at disdain. They hate you. Yeah. It's like whatever. It's like you've been dipped in gold or something. It's like just calm down. All right, I'm gonna be back miserable with you in no time. So
yeah. All the fires are put out. I'm off next coming Monday, so we're good. We're gonna continue the party this weekend, so it's all good, man. Glad to be here. Good to see you guys.
Yeah, thanks for joining me, Nick. As always, man, I love seeing you on the show. Of course, we got our brother Joe, who always sings us in every show. Rhythm of the Night, man. That's one of my favorites, man. It's from The Last Dragon, bro.
Man, I don't know how you come up with these loopholes in the contract, but you get it done because I had a whole different thing planned. But oh well, I can always put it in my pocket because as long as I like the song myself. I liked it, and so
man.
I'm glad
you can't go wrong with El DeBarge. I'll tell you that right now. You cannot go wrong.
Never.
You pull as many songs out of that TJ Maxx radio that you want, man. Go for
it. Hell yeah. Of course, we got another brother joining us. I always like to have a guest with us, whether from the PCP Army Bad Batch or the comic book community at large, man. Of course, we got our brother joining us, this gentleman. He just started a YouTube channel a few months ago. He's been putting out great content every Monday morning, man, going over the latest releases of the week, giving you his reviews. And, man, he's doing great, man. I'm so proud of him, and I'm so glad that he could join us tonight. He also went out to Heroes Con to hang out with you guys. So this is going to be a great night, man. Did you say wizard?
He was there. I don't remember. No, that was the bit.
Damn, Nick, were you so focused on?
Oh, bring him on. He knows I'm kidding.
Of course, I'm talking about my boy 9 Panel Grid.
No.
Station bros, how y'all doing?
Good. What is going on, my brother? How are you?
You got the big guns. You got the big guns. A few big guns here tonight, brother. It's gonna be an all-star show.
Oh, thank you, Joe. That's so kind, man. And then Fable here making me blush right before he brings me on camera. How dare you?
Of course, man. I got to. I'm so proud of all three of you, man. All four of you. You guys are awesome. Of course, everybody knows Stu does Supreme Clientele on Wednesday nights. Killing it. Those guys are getting more and more views, more and more subs and everything. I am so proud of him and Missing Link. Of course, my brother Nick. I mean, I always used to say he was like the 14th greatest reviewer on OnlyFans, but we all know that that's not true anymore. We just say it as a joke now. We all know the man is closely gunning
now that Eric's here, I'm
the
15th. Now that Eric's here, I'm the 15th. So I got bumped down a notch.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to show a little stuff on that OnlyFans. That's the only reason.
That's right. Yeah.
And of course, Brother Joe. I mean, Brother Joe's an internet sensation. You catch him on just about every comic book community member's television show. I mean, YouTube show doing singing them in, which I'm very happy for. I'm very grateful for. They see what I see, the talent this man has.
Unbelievable song selection. You never know what he's going to go with. Yeah. He always keeps you on your toes. You never know.
Thank you. I couldn't do it without y'all. I couldn't do it. You talk about a muse. Here's my muses right here. You inspire me to move forward, to follow in your footsteps. Look, let me give a shout out to my boy Steph. He's reaching superstar status because
he got
that clientele show, and man, you just see him like in Hollywood out there. He pops in with Stu every now and then, and bang.
Every now and then, yeah. Whenever I can afford him.
But
you better chill out, bro. I don't need contract negotiations.
I love that guy, man. I love that guy so much.
Yeah, awesome.
As much as all of you. I do all of you.
Absolutely. Thank you all for joining us tonight, guys. before I move on with the show, I just wanted to acknowledge our awesome chat that joined us here tonight.
I
So
forgot
many
about
people
them.
already. I'll never forget about them. Awesome people, of course, in the house. First up, we got our brother, S. Vaughn, 82, in the building, saying, "What up, Fable? Nick Stu,
Scotty,
and
what up?
brother Joe Scotty
Yeah.
Station. How
Oh,
are
yeah.
you, my brother? We got our guest of honor, 9-panel grid in the house. Station. Oh yeah.
Always there, always there, always
Oh,
there.
yeah. We got our PCP brother, Tacky 616,
Oh
in
no,
the
Jack, what up?
building.
What up, Talk?
the great one. He
The
knows.
great one.
I call
Oh,
him the
yeah.
great one, and so he knows what that means to me.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Can't wait to have him back on the show. You know, Tacky was hanging out with us for quite a few shows
Oh,
before we went on our hiatus.
Yes.
Love having Tack on, man. So Tack, thanks for joining us, my brother. We got our UK brethren, Dimension Slip, in the buildings.
What's up, man?
Station Gord.
Hell yeah. I'll talk about it in a second.
Ah,
Hold on.
ah,
Yeah, I was gonna announce something, but let me just get through this chat first.
good. I think if I think what I think you're thinking,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We got Big Herm Collectibles, another one of our PCP brethren in the building. Station, of
Herm,
course,
what up,
Big
bro?
Herm.
Minio.
Oh,
big
yeah.
Herm.
You know, he does a show with our brother. He does a show with our brother Tom, Link Hyrule on Instagram, and they go over Spider-Man and just stories in general, whatever comics they want to cover. Make sure you go check out Big Herm Collectibles Station, my brother. Thanks for joining us tonight. We got our KC brother in the building, Beckerman in the house. Station. What is going on, Beckerman? We got our brother Billy Power Master
Station,
in
bro.
the
What up?
building.
Oh, Billy.
Station, Billy. Oh yeah, everybody go check out Billy. Billy is in the midst of making his first independent
Billy, what
comic.
up?
Oh yeah, he's been sending me videos of him and his partner drawing out the characters and stuff like that. It's coming along.
Yep.
Go check out my brother Billy Power Max. Hell yeah, man. Beckerman said, "My guy, brother Joe. See you in a few weeks, homie." Oh
Yes. Hey.
Wrestling? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro.
Oh yeah.
I need to get out there in the Midwest and go to some live wrestling with Brother Joe. That's on the bucket
Absolutely.
list, man.
That sounds like fun, right?
That's on the bucket list. Yeah, that would be so much fun.
We got our brother Mel. Stay up in the house, Mel. Station. How are
What's up,
you,
bro?
man?
What up, Mel?
Song from The Last Dragon. Nice, brother Joe. Hell yeah. We got our brother Chedai Knight in the building. Croonin' Hermano Joseph. Oh yeah. Hey boys, good to see you all. It is 90 degrees where you are.
Yeah, same here.
Now. Station. Yep. Hell yeah. It was a torture today. Holy smoke. Yeah. Who else we got in the building? We got our brother Nostalgic Addicts in the building saying awesomeness. Yeah, Station Nostalgic. How are you, man? Novelas. Go get emotional with her, Fable. You already know how those soap operas be, those Spanish soap operas, man. They're crazy.
Yep.
We got our brother Hack in the building. Hack, how are you, man? Yo, what up, panel chat?
Hey.
Fable, good to see you back. Thank you, Hack. Everybody go check out my brother Hack, man. He does an awesome channel. He's been doing these like AI videos, man. It's pretty creepy, man. Like how they're getting with this AI stuff, bro.
Careful out
there.
there.
Wild. That's wild.
Oh yeah, go check out my brother Hack, man. He's doing great stuff over on his channel. We got our brother 62 Lefty Blues in the house.
62.
Good seeing you, man.
How are you? We got our PCP brother Bobby Della Ghetto in the building.
Hey, Bobby.
Station, Bobby G. How are you, man? Hell yeah. Hardcore Station. Absolutely, my brother. Speak of the devil, Primetime Tom is in the house. Station. How are you, Tom? Like I said, go check out Tom and Big Herm on the shows they do over on Big Herm Collectibles channel. And Beckerman said, I recommend supporting local wrestling. This time we have reserved front row seats. Uh-oh. And our seats are going to be marked with our YouTube names. What?
Nice.
Oh, let's go.
That
Dude,
is fire.
Come on.
Hey,
That Beckerman,
awesome.
man.
I need Brother Joe. I need pics and video from that. I need some documentation.
All right.
We got our brother DJ Wise in the building. Hold on.
What up,
Why
Wise?
it's not highlighting Wise? Oh my God, there it goes. Stopping by for hellos all station DJ. Of course, you can catch my brother DJ Wise with our friend of the show, Paul and the 619 and his amazing friends. They put on an awesome show. I believe every Tuesday night about 8 p.m. Eastern. DJ Wise is there, Vogs is there, Christina Payne is there. Bunch of our friends on that channel. Love his show. So go check out DJ Wise and Paul in the 619. Hell yeah.
What up, Wise?
Yep.
Hell yeah. All right. So before we move on, I just want to tell everybody this whole week we've been doing this little promotion because as I told you, I cannot stay for the whole show. I got a bunch of stuff going on. But like I said, my brother stepped up to take my place. And I've been saying, who's going to do it? Who's going to host? Who's going to host? Well, it's not that much of a mystery. I got my brother, Stu, Dr. Dude's fan club, will be hosting tonight's show.
Of course.
Thank you so much, Stu, for stepping into my shoes for a night, man.
Man. I'm glad to collect that holiday pay. You know what I mean, right? That was agreed upon.
You're an amazing friend. You're an amazing streamer. I'm glad to have you on the team. And when it was suggested to me that this show should somehow go on, even with my absence, the first person I thought of was you, my brother.
Appreciate you, bro.
So happy that you're doing this for me and all of you guys. I really, really appreciate it. And everybody in the community, I just want to say thank you so much. I mean, you guys, it was Father's Day recently. You guys showed me so much love on Father's Day.
And your birthday.
My birthday this
week.
Let me tell you, I know that I have a lot of friends, right? But when you see it, it's a whole nother thing, right? And I cut onions about 4 times that day from all the beautiful messages that people were sending me, the high hopes that everybody has for me. Everybody's wishing for me to get in a good home, and I appreciate it, and I promise not to let you guys down. So we're working on that. We're working on it, and that's part of the reason why I can't be on tonight. But I leave you in the best hands possible, man. My brothers of the PCP Army Bad Batch. And it's going to be a great show, man. Awesome comic book announcements this week. I can't wait till you guys get into it. And of course, these 3 guys went to Heroes Con, and they picked up a lot of stuff. So you know what we do around here? We do something called the blaming. This blaming today is going to be epic, guys. So please stick around to the end of the show. I love you all. I will be taking my leave now, and I'm going to jump in the chats. And this is going to be fun for me because I being in the chats with my own show. This is so meta.
I feel like I'm in the car for my learner's permit right now or something. You know what I mean?
You guys have an awesome show. Oh, and I was going to say one more thing. Yeah, I was going to announce one more thing. We can't do this weekly because, we're all busy. It's summertime. The kids are off. We all have children. We all got things we got to do. But we're still going to try to pump out a few shows here and there throughout the summer. And the next show that I'm planning is going to be an awesome one, guys. It's going to be our UK special, man. We're doing a United Kingdom show where all of my guests will be from somewhere in the UK. And we have so many awesome friends from the United Kingdom. Unfortunately, it's 2 a.m. over there right now, so they really can't join us for our Friday night show. So I'm probably going to do a Saturday afternoon show for those guys. It'll be probably about 6 p.m. Eastern. 6 p.m. Eastern for them. But like 12 in the afternoon for us or something like that. So I cannot wait to do that show. I've got great guys lined up, including our PCP brother, Mark, from Geeks Unleashed, man. He's gonna
Oh,
help
yeah.
me
Another
host that show.
another milestone. Only you, Fable. Only you with another
That's awesome.
milestone. Oh my God,
Yeah,
it's
it's
gonna be
gonna be
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
it's gonna be
I love
great.
I love that. I love that idea,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, if you're on Instagram, you know that these guys have been doing something called Thrill Power or Thrill Power. I forget the hashtag, but it's all about the 2000 AD series, and they've been showing off their collections. And my God, were we robbed of some great comics, man? Those
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah,
wow, amazing
Yeah.
books. So I
that's a hell
can't
of a
wait to get
series.
on here. Yeah,
Mhm.
I love
yeah,
the way my boy Warren put it is British comics are like a deeply satisfying comfort meal. Sometimes American comics are just like a nice big ice cream sundae. And not that
yeah,
there's anything wrong with one or the other, but like I feel like, some of my favorite comics
Yeah.
all time come from British creators and artists. So
yeah,
yeah, shout
yeah.
out to the
There,
UK,
Yep.
man.
there
Big
was a
ups, big
definite
ups to the
reason
UK one
why.
time.
Yeah, it's definitely a reason why Marvel
So
and
many
DC
legends.
came and took those guys and
Yeah,
they invaded American comics in the 70s and 80s. There's a big reason for that, and 2000 AD is a big part of it. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
can't wait to chop it up with them. But that's enough for me. Let me leave this show with my brother Stu, Nick, and 9 Panel Grid. Brother Joe, you gonna take your leave?
Yes, sir. I just wait for you to let me say goodbye to everybody.
Hell yeah.
Station brother Joe, we
All
love
right.
you.
Thank you,
Goodbye,
Joe.
brother Joe.
You have a great show. You guys have a great show, man. And enjoy it because we just keep moving ahead, moving ahead.
Hell yeah. Hell
Thank
yeah.
you, man.
Station.
Station, bro.
Station, brother
Station
Joe.
Joe.
Station.
And yep, I will follow the brother Joe right after. So guys, break a leg. Love y'all.
All right.
Yeah.
Be excellent to each other and party on, dudes, man. Station.
Station,
Later, man.
bro.
Later, bro.
See you. See you.
All right,
All
guys.
right.
Let's before we get into I guess all the hero stuff, let's you want to break down the news of the past week?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's get in.
God, love that intro.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Oscar worthy. All right. I want to
Indeed.
start off with like one of my favorite books of the year that got some recent news. I think just yesterday. Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees by Patrick Horvath got announced. We're gonna get a little prequel, I think one-off comic book that's gonna drop at exclusively at San Diego Comic-Con, it looks like. I don't think we're gonna be able to get
Yep.
it anywhere else. 1,000 copies available at $10 a pop. But I know both of you guys are big fans of this book. This made me excited, but also like kind of bummed because I know I won't be able to get my hands on that. Hopefully we'll definitely be able to read the story one way or the other, but I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about this news and this book in general? I just anytime I see news about this book, I want to bring it up and talk about it because I think it's so fantastic and it deserves to be put on a pedestal, especially with the best
Yeah.
books of this year.
For sure. Eric, do you want to take a stab
but
at it?
Nick,
I
yeah.
got some
Yeah,
thoughts on
E,
this one.
sorry.
Let's see what you got,
Okay,
man.
go ahead.
Well,
E.
I mean, yeah, let's be honest. I mean, there's going to be a way to find this, right? I mean, and how appropriate is it that you might have to give a kidney to find this book on the aftermarket after it does drop at San Diego Comic-Con? There'll be a
For
way,
sure.
but yeah, it's kind of a bummer. But yeah, how exciting is this? Like, I mean, this is like one of the best comics, that's hit this entire year. Like everyone's talking about it being a contender for, best comic. So yeah, I mean, the more the merrier. Bring it on.
Yeah. I think so. I mean,
Real quick, let me give you.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, bro. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, like, it's going to be inevitable that we're going to spin off of this in some fashion, either a prequel or some kind of another story that we're going to have with this character. So like, I'm not surprised that we're seeing it. I'm surprised it's an exclusive 1,000 print only available at San Diego. That's kind of weird, but I can't imagine they're not going to like reprint that and put it, expand on it in some way. So like you said, it's going to hit eBay. It's going to be around. It'll be $75 forever. And then, we could probably get a copy, but like, what I don't see in the post is if it's like a full length thing, you know what I mean? Is it like an extra size thing? Maybe I just overlooked it. But Yeah, that might be one of the books that's like, okay, I can't get it at San Diego, but it might be worth the aftermarket price for me
So
personally.
I think it's
because I
all
love
right.
it so
So
much.
what the solicit says to me is, so cold-hearted serial killer Samantha Strong is the picture of control and precision, but her hand wasn't always so steady. Her path not always so clear. Join us under the canopy of the Black Forest in 1962 for a trip down memory lane and witness the moment when young Sam's lost soul locked eyes with its grisly new direction. So it looks like it could be an ash can with 10 pages of new story and 2 pages of bonus sketches.
Yeah, it
So
does say that.
yeah.
I don't know, man.
So
10 pages and some sketches.
yeah.
I'm excited about it still.
But
It's
yeah.
$1 a page.
Do you
though.
think we're gonna get a big press from, do you think IDW is gonna last run in this thing and try to get more story out of you know
They
what I
just
mean?
whore it out
Like,
and just run it
yeah,
ragged.
I mean that's really what they did with that story though. And they got a banger here. I mean, the first issue is on its what, 5th, 6th printing. I mean, they're killing it with this one. So it's hard to get your hands on. It's a hot commodity. I don't know. Do you feel like, do you worry about that, or do you think like this is going to be a controlled thing and it's just going to be this nice little one-off San Diego Comic-Con?
Comics is also a business. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, Erico.
Yeah, comics are a business, and businesses are there to make money. And if it's going to make money, regardless of how the quality of the product, and hopefully it is good. Like, I mean, I think it's a preconceived notion that it might, it might be suffering from overexposure eventually. But if it's going to make money, they're going to put it out. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. And I think the easiest way to continue the story in any way is to tell a prequel. And I think this is a pretty natural place to start. Like when Sam got that urge or had that first experience or whatever it's going to turn into. So I mean, it makes sense to start there. I'm always afraid of a property that I liked and was well received if they blow it out after the fact. We had a nice condensed, great story. We had a beginning, middle, and end. That's all you can ask for. But inevitably, the money will determine what other ways we can spin this out, right? So we'll see what they do in the end, but I'm excited.
Absolutely. But yeah, y'all go check out the regular series if you haven't already. Absolutely fantastic work by Horvath. Kind of came out of nowhere and just so good issue to issue.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
Moving on, I thought we'd move on to the Amazing Spider-Man news that we got this past week. I think this was 2 days ago. Basically Zeb Wells and John Romita Jr. are on their way out. Over 2 years ago, they relaunched the title. After they both spent a number of years working on the character. Obviously, Romita has had such a history with Spider-Man and ASM. But he drew the lion's share of the run. It hasn't been without controversy, obviously, with Spider-Man hated for some unknown crime, Peter Parker and the Mary Jane split, Paul and MJ and her suddenly having kids. I don't read this book, but it's just like, I know people who do, and just going through these plot lines, I feel for my ASM fans. The series brought back former Zeb Wells bad guys, a dark web, killed off Miss Marvel, saw MJ get powers of her own as a gang war kicked off, and currently has Peter Parker fighting himself with a returning Green Goblin in the fold. We got MJ in the Rain. Nick, I don't know if you got that cover for ASM number 58, but we got, I'm not MJ in the Rain. I'm sorry, Spider-Man in the Rain. But I love Romita. We're in a proper place with Romita Jr. drawing characters in the Rain. But yeah, so I don't know. You guys got any thoughts on this? I know like nobody's really reading this, but I think they're bringing Tombstone back because he had a part to play in their earlier arcs. But I don't know. Any thoughts? I guess not only with the end of this, but moving forward. Any guesses as to who is taking the reins and going to steer the ASM ship? Nick, I'll start with you. You got any thoughts on this one?
I mean, I'm kind of glad the creative team's fallen off, to be honest with you. So like, Yeah, Ramita in the Rain, right, is always good. But I mean, I didn't like. I read ASM going into this, and then I think I read into the high teens of this run, and I was like, I just could never connect with it. And so, at least in our immediate group, for the most part, we're not great big fans of this run. And so, I think it's time for it to move on and get another creative team on there. Somebody who, I mean, like Spider-Man's like in such a weird spot right now because we have Ultimate coming out. And it's been well received because it's got an amazing creative team and it's not shackled by continuity. So it can do its own thing and become its own thing. And it has a narrative it's trying to play in the Ultimate Universe, but like it's fresh and rewarding and it's doing a lot of fan service things that we wish we can do in continuity. And so we're kind of like living our fantasy in the Ultimate Universe right now. And ASM is just trying to catch up. And I mean, we have a decent team on it now, it's just they just couldn't execute it. And maybe it's just like a curse of being the main run, and it just has to play by certain rules. And so I'm excited to see a new creative team come on. How long are they lasting for? Isn't it until 25? Making the run end the third year into 20. Yeah. On sale 9/11. Okay. Well, by the end of this year, hopefully we'll have another creative team on it and we'll see. I don't know who I'd want on the team though, to be honest with you. So it's kind of crazy.
There's rumors of Kelly Thompson, which is okay, but I don't know. It always feels like there's too many hands in the cookie jar when it comes to the Spidey office in that book and like where the direction of, is headed. It feels so frenetic and all over the place. I don't know.
For
Trying
sure.
to satisfy too many people. E, how about you? Any thoughts on this and where it's headed?
I mean, yeah, I just feel like Zeb Wells and JR are like two dudes that like are like getting out of prison after doing hard time, and they're just like so relieved to see like sunlight and fresh air, and they're just like they're gonna be living their best lives after this. So I'm happy for them. I wouldn't wish that gig on my worst enemy, to be honest with you. Like ASM seems to be pretty much a curse. When you said Kelly Thompson, I'm like, no, run, girl, don't do that. Like, you don't need to be on this book because I love her work and she could do better than the gig that would be offered.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, and it's almost like a Pope gig too. It's like once you're on there, you're on it for a long time. And like you said, man, it's like I feel like even the best writers out there would have so many guardrails on them that they couldn't be successful. You put your favorite writers on there, it's probably going to suck.
Yep.
So.
And that's so unfortunate too, because it's a flagship character. Spider-Man should be fantastic. It just hasn't been for a long enough time now where it's like we just poo-poo on it all the time.
Yeah, it's sad. It really is because he's their guy and he deserves those top tier stories. At least with I feel like even with the past few runs of Batman at DC, like love it or hate it, at least they're swinging for the fences and they're trying to give it like top tier talent and make it the best book it can be. It seems with Spider-Man, sometimes it's like cost cutting, sometimes it's just editorial is all over the place with it, and I don't know. I feel like it suffers from so many things, but I don't know. I feel like with DC, it feels like a lot more honest in their effort to make those big name characters work.
Yeah.
And I feel like editorial is not as much of a plague or a disease on some of these titles like Marvel's editorial offices can be.
Yeah. And they take it for granted too. Like they take titles for granted. They're flagship titles. Like people are always going to buy ASM because they bought it
they really
for
do.
40 years. So it's like they're going to buy it regardless of what names are on it. So and they know that. And if it doesn't sell, they throw a Scotty Young cover on it or something just to kind of help it out or whatever, and then there you go. So yeah, it's a shame.
DC isn't any different. They sell 20 different Batman books, but at least they make the effort to. Their stories are compelling and different, and they have great artists and writers on. But
they have Chip Zdarsky, and they had a great creative team on the flagship titles. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's like, who would have thought JR wouldn't have been amazing? Like, dude's great, royalty, right? But it's like, man, there was some corners cut for sure.
Yeah, I was going to say, how long do you think it's going to be until we get a Jenny Prison variant for Spider-Man? Do you think she's up to the task?
We're overdue.
Dang it.
How
I
about that?
was like, say the sales must be okay because we haven't seen one
Yeah,
yet.
it's true. It hasn't gotten that desperate yet.
There
But
you go.
I will offer like a small silver lining though. The best parts of Zebwell's ASM run have involved Tombstone, right? It's when it's been grounded and
Yeah,
like
some
street
and those
level.
covers so
Yeah.
good.
So like if they're going back to that, if that's how they're gonna end it, at least there's like, there's a small glimmer of hope that maybe they can just like, right the ship and really land it in a good way. So we'll see.
Yeah,
Yeah, agreed.
yeah. There's an alternate universe where Zdarsky wrote Amazing Spider-Man and not Batman, and it's you know what I mean. I'd like to see what that looks like.
Yeah, there's an
Yeah.
alternate universe where we're sitting here going, I can't believe what happened to Zdarsky. He used to be so good.
Yep.
All right, let's get to the chat real quick before I get ahead of myself and I forget everybody. So let me try to
Yep.
find. Oh, there he is. That's when he dived in. Hey, buddy. Hope
Who's that
everything's
guy?
good. Yeah. We got our boy Phelps. Phelps, what up, man? Good to see you.
What's up, James?
Station, bro. We got our boy Gord. We already said what up to Gord. Hope you're doing well. One place to be. Talk said at 1K print count, I'd wait a year, probably be able to grab it at that point for less than 50. Yeah, we'll see.
I think so. To add to that, I wonder
Sure.
like how well received that book is like outside, because I know it got nominated for an Eisner, right? So if I'm not mistaken, so for like best new series or limited or something like that. But like I wonder like nationwide in all markets, like I wonder how well that book sold, because it's hard to get numbers, you know what I mean? Especially on an indie book like that. So yep.
Yeah, absolutely. We got Brian LCS. Brian Station, bro.
So Brian.
Good to see you. Another Heroes alum. Vinny ICT. He said, "Worst AS run in history." Turtle Board Fest. Can't wait to see what they have for you. Yeah, I hope it's better. I hope it's better for you all, bro.
Yeah,
absolutely. He said Kelly Thompson wrote a cool Black Widow book before that got canceled. Yeah, that was great. I really love that run, or at least the first arc or two.
Yeah, it was a weird
I wouldn't
arc.
mind her. I wouldn't mind her on the book at all, but again, I just feel like it's going to be too many things. And she's kind of dabbled here and there, hasn't she? Wrote a couple stories in this run, or
she was part
helped
of
out on a couple issues.
Yeah, she was part of that group that took over ASM, kind of in between Spencer and Zeb Wells. It was like her, Zeb, and a couple other cats. I think Cody Ziegler might have been in there too.
Yeah,
undoubtedly. Yeah, he's
the
all
Miles
over
dude.
Miles. Yeah,
absolutely. So glad the shows are back. Fridays are back. Hell yeah, bro.
We're trying.
Phelps. All right. All right, moving on. Let's see what else we got. Let's talk about Granoff and Matina. You guys got any thoughts on this? For those who don't know, Eddie Granoff and Francesco Matina were going at it about AI generated images over the course of this past week. Granoff posted a Superman cover that Matina did with it looks like kind of like an AI double curve at the bottom of the logo. And accusing him of I think he said all right, here I have the quote. This is from his Facebook page. When image generators first came to prominence, the first person who came to mind was the serial plagiarist. Not wasting any time here getting to the chicken. Was the serial plagiarist Francesco Matina, as I thought he'd think all his Christmases have come at once. Like quite a first opening sentence there from Granoff.
Yeah.
If you don't remember, he made a whole career out of photo bashing other people's art, in parentheses, mine included, into whatever you want to call his quote unquote work. I don't post about artists I dislike, but I neither consider him an artist nor can I hide my dislike for the continued blatant plagiarism. Anyhow, here's his new cover. Not only is he a hack, he's not even good enough to hide the glaring mistake on one of the most iconic symbols in all of pulp culture. So Granoff just going for the throat, like
called him out big
wasting any time. Yeah, on his Facebook page. I don't know. I love Granoff. I'd look at Granoff's work, and I can kind of see the case made for Matina, just and generally speaking. And I love Matina. I got a cover right here, dude. This great Deathstroke, you know, waving his bloody sword with Superman's cape. But I don't know. Granoff's artwork always feels like more authentic and real and mind blowing to me. So I don't know. I would tend to, I guess, just like off first glance alone, side with Granoff when it comes to like AI accusations. But I don't know. You guys got any thoughts on this or these two artists or this disagreement in particular?
Yeah.
Nick,
So
go
yeah,
ahead.
I think, you know, it's funny how AI is taking over like the arts and not like making our lives easier on a day-to-day basis. But it's trying to take over the arts, which is
Right?
like a great argument that I have against AI. Like if you're an artist and you're a professional artist and you're getting paid to do gigs like this, you're getting covers thrown at you, you know, I'm like do a cover for the next thing. Like you don't need to be doing this, obviously, because you're going to get caught immediately by your peers. And this is exactly what's going to happen. People, and they should call you out for it. It should be another tool. We were talking about this over the past weekend, references in general, right? An artist using a reference inside a book that they're drawing, if they need to have a car in their thing and they're Googling images of a car, or they have a shelf full of props that they can easily pick up and manipulate and see the angles, that's how AI could be used. I'm not going to say should, could be used for these instances as well. Like, all right, I need a picture of Superman. He needs to be like looking up with his cape in this other direction with like wind going through his hair. Like, I need 50 versions of that. And then you can kind of look at it and you can model your stuff off of that. But I mean, like when you have Superman's logo and there's a double curve at the bottom of the S, that's a copy and paste job, right? So like that's not just like I need inspiration on a certain pose at a certain angle. That's rip and replace, and that's just like not acceptable in
Yeah.
the gig. And so you should be called out for
Agreed.
stuff like that. It's just a shame. And there's other examples on the thread here about specific poses, which we've seen in other books before from different artists, like ripping off a whole pages essentially. But like,
Yeah.
yeah, they should be called out. I mean, they're paid to create something new and original every time that they're contracted. And they can use references, but be careful with how close you're, you know, pulling from that reference. And he got bit. So that's what happens.
Amen. Ian, any thoughts on this one?
I mean, it's wildly entertaining. I can say that much, man. Because, dude, you just like
It
reading
is.
that post again. It was like, ooh, man, that was like
It was a great diss track. You know what I mean?
Yes,
The
yes,
serial
exactly.
plagiarist. He opened it up with a serial plagiarist, Francesca Mattina.
Yeah, but it's like,
Yeah.
you know, just like technology is, you know, advanced and upgraded here. This is just swiping 2.0, right? Like, I mean, that's all this is.
Right.
It's going to be the new controversial thing. It's going to be the new dude that gets, you know, ripped apart for, you know, drawing Cocaine Bear and doom riding him because it was the first Google image search that you came across. So, you know, it's
Wait,
just
what?
Oh, you don't know about that? Okay. Stu knows about that. Yeah. So, I mean, it sucks though. Like, I mean, I dabbled in drawing stuff and, you know, like, yeah. So like it hurts to know that people put hard work behind the creative endeavors and they, you know, they really try their best to put something out there. And then it just, you know, their knowledge and their talent just gets completely taken away from them and used as an asset for someone to profit from. And it's not them. And it just sucks. Like, I mean, I can't take a hard stance against it. I think AI serves a purpose, just like Nick was saying here. Like, I think that there's an avenue where it should be a tool. But come on, like, I mean, everyone knows that, you know, if an exploit can happen, it will happen, and that's just the nature of the beast. So all you can do is, you know, vote with your dollars in regard to this aspect of it, and just make sure that you keep your eyes open and know what you're going after.
Well said, bro. Very
Yeah.
well said. Absolutely. Vote with your dollars. Say it one more time. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
I think I
That's one of
saw
the
a
few
post as well
ways
that
a few languages they understand.
I think I saw a post as well where they said that, or well, it was a screenshot. It was on IG, so somebody probably else saw it as well. So credit the person. But they were like, it used to be Matina, now it's TBD, and this other cover used to be somebody else, and now it's TBD, or it's been switched. So like they're ripping his name off of future projects. Don't know if that's true or not, but I saw it on a post somewhere from somebody, and I thought it was pretty interesting.
Yikes.
Yeah,
That is interesting. All right. Real quick. Bobo said it's a cutthroat business. You got to do what you got to do.
Ooh.
Warren said Greg Land is human AI.
Greg Land.
Hold on. He says AI Stu Fable hybrid with Nick Legs. Come on, man. We're trying to keep viewers here. Can't be making
What's wrong with my
comments
leg?
like that.
Wait,
I mean, nothing's wrong with your legs. Just nobody's trying to see that.
you got to pay extra for that.
Exactly. All right. Moving on.
Cool.
We just got a couple more pieces of a comic news.
Yep.
Dead. I hesitate to even cover this one because we all know it's going to be unwound in just a few months.
Right.
Deadpool dies.
Yep.
Of course, Wade Wilson is meeting a grisly fate. This is from comicbook.com. Is meeting a grisly fate in the pages of Deadpool this summer. We got, Reynolds and Hugh Jackman back on the screen. So, of course, we're going to get some Deadpool in the comic books. And we got it. It's from Cody Ziegler and artist Rohe Antonio. I think I'm pronouncing that right.
Yeah, close enough.
Along with seeing the return of Deadpool's daughter, we get a new villain named Death Grip, who is obsessed with death. Their rivalry will meet a surprising climax in Deadpool #6, with Marvel outright announcing that he will be killed. They released teaser art featuring Death Grip punching a hole through Deadpool's chest. So I don't know. The press release reads, stay tuned in the weeks ahead for an announcement about an all-new era of the series kicking off. Cody Ziegler and Rohe Antonio's Deadpool run reaches a startling turning point this September with the death of Wade Wilson. So I don't know. That's pretty much all we got on it.
Yeah.
I'm so lukewarm / over the death thing, especially after how they did Miss Marvel and this, like we just talked about in this ASM the storyline.
Yeah.
And this is just so, come on, man. Deadpool he's like Wolverine, dude. He can't be killed. You can break him down to like a single cell probably, and he can regenerate. You know what I mean? So this is nonsense. Good old Marvel movie fodder. You guys have any thoughts about this one?
I mean, I'll take a different stance than you, Stu. First of all, condolences to Mr. Wilson, to Mr. Fabian Nicieza, and to Mr. Rob Liefeld. I can't believe you would just like crap all over their creation and their livelihood. How are they going to get paid without Deadpool being around to earn them paychecks?
I'm
This
sure
is a
Rob will
travesty.
find a way. Rob will find a way.
This is a travesty. Yeah. And he'll never come back ever. Whatever. It's fine.
Isn't the death of Deadpool like coinciding with his retirement from like comic books? I feel like, or didn't he announce that he's done like coming
I think
out
he's
here
done
this year
with
next?
Deadpool or something like that.
He's
not
got
done with comics.
I think he's. Oh, I thought he was done. I thought he had like a final hurrah coming up with either with this character or in comics in general, and then he was gonna take it easy. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, no idea. I do like the villain though. They said basically he's a Doctor Strange type, like dropout, and he's like angry or something like that. So he's going around taking people out. So it's going to be like a disgruntled magic user going around trying to take out like the unkillable or something like that. So
yeah,
that'll be kind of fun.
What the touch of the mystic abilities, but
he's got the 5-finger death punch is what he's got.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, exploding heart trick is what he's got. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. We know it's going to be undone as soon as it happens. So it's like, okay, sure. Make your little event, get your little headlines. People will talk about it, and then it'll happen, and then he'll be back in a month. So
yeah,
it's fine.
A new #1 just in time for the digital release streaming of Deadpool and Wolverine.
Of Deadpool, Deadpool 3. Yep. Yeah.
You guys excited for the movie?
I am. Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Let's get Marvel good again.
Yeah.
I hope it's like big stakes for them. This one needs to land because it's this, and then it's like Fantastic Four next summer, and by that time Superman's coming out. So
yeah, you go onto your go to your like local theaters website where you can purchase tickets and stuff and like select your seats. I did that a few weeks ago, and like the entire weekend in my area is booked up at the
Wow.
AMC theater or whatever it is.
All
And so like
right.
all the middle sections are already taken. That was weeks ago. So like when
Yeah.
tickets went on sale. So like there's a there's a crowd for it for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I think they, all those ticket projections they're doing, they know this one's gonna be a heavy hitter for sure.
Yeah, I think so.
So, yeah, man, just don't go spending $60 trying to get that necklace out of the little arcade machine like some of these guys are doing. Have y'all seen that? Those little like 2-part necklaces. People are going crazy. The claw, they're down in the claw machine, and your movie ticket gets you like one go round, but then some guys have been buying ticket after ticket trying to get the necklace out of the machine.
I was wondering if the popcorn buckets were real. Did you see the popcorn
I
buckets?
think they are. Oh boy.
Oh god.
They are they're spicy.
Are they? Are they spicier than the sandworm?
It's a Wolverine head blow up doll essentially. And the way you get the popcorn is through the mouth on the bottom. Presumably. So
Yeah.
it's funny.
It was very inspired by Dune for sure.
Right.
That sounds amazing. I was completely unaware of that.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
It's crazy.
Last bit of comic book news for the evening before we head over to a couple other things. Minor Arcana from Jeff Lemire, coming this September from Boom Studios. Tells the story of Teresa, the estranged daughter of a phony small town psychic and tarot reader, who returns to the small town she grew up in to take care of her ailing mother. But soon after arriving, she begins to think that, unlike her flamboyant mother, she may have real psychic abilities, and soon finds herself pulled into the dramas and lives of the very people and community that she spent her life running from. This sounds great.
Yeah.
Jeff Lemire writing and drawing it. It sounds in the vein of like the one we just got, Fish Flies, and also Essex County. I love these hometown emotional dramas that he I feel like is really his bread and butter. He does so well with these type of story structures. But y'all fans of Lemire and looking forward to this one. Minor Arcana coming in September.
Eric.
Hell yeah, I got wrong hand. Essex County right there.
Let's go. And so I saw him at GalaxyCon this was like, I guess, a year and a half ago now, and Essex County got made into a show on Canadian broadcasting.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he had executive producer credits or something like that. And I asked him at the time when I saw him if it was coming to American television, and he said it was. So hopefully it will. I know we just got season 3 of Sweet Tooth, so hopefully that's not too far down.
I haven't watched that either, though.
Pipeline. Yeah, I just got caught up with season 2. I just finished that, so I got to get. But yeah,
is it worth it? It seems pretty like down.
It is.
It's Jeff Lemire. What did you expect?
I know that, but I'm like,
sad dad energy.
I know.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm curious. Like, this is one of those ones though. I haven't really. That's one of his comics I have not read. So, it's curious because I've like read so many of his books, and like one of the only ones that I haven't has 2 seasons or 3 seasons of a television show, a hit television show at that. So yeah, I don't know, man. It is rough, but I'm still anxious and curious to see, and excited to see what happens in this new season. Yeah, I think this is it. I think this is it, though. I think this is judging from. I think I was reading some of those episode descriptions. It seems like that's probably going to be. This is probably going to be it, but I could be wrong on that.
Well, it's Netflix that wrap it up now, otherwise you might get canceled and not even know it. So,
right.
Yeah, this book looks good though, man. Like I like the interior shots and everything. Like it looks like he's leveled up. I like Lemire with a little bit of color. You know what I mean? Like Fish Flies, right? Yeah, Fish Flies it's a fine book. It's got everything you come to expect, but like I like a little bit of color. And when I'm looking at some of the panels for this book, I'm like, okay, even if it's like muted, earthy tones, I like that highlight. It really complements his art. his line work and that painting style that he has. So, but like, like some people in the chat are saying, like any Lemire is good Lemire. So like, yeah, keep bringing it on, man. And this is going to be a mixture of like reality and magic and fantasy. So like, this is right in his wheelhouse. He's really good at blending those two, right? To the point where you don't even quite know what's happening. So yeah, I'm all for it. I can't wait.
And the other exciting
great
thing
call with
too,
the.
Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, great call with the color. I think that's
yeah,
that's it just makes such a huge difference with his pencils particularly. But go ahead, E.
Well, and that's speaking of the color, it's similar to May's book. I mean, I thought that was the book of the year for me in that particular time frame, and it was very much the same as that watercolor palette, and then it had the big bold red for the yarn or for the the maze itself. So yeah, I think that works really well for him. But I don't know if it was released in the press release for Minor Arcana or if it was in his newsletter. But I think the most exciting thing is that he's built this as an ongoing. He isn't saying this is going to be a 5-issue mini. This isn't going to. Yeah, he says like, I intend to keep this going for a long, long time. I think this might be the reason why he put a lot of other projects on hold, because he's kind of primarily focusing on this. And I mean, who knows, if we can get 50 issues of Lemire, that would be pretty awesome.
His output's really impressive, man. His output's impressive. I mean, he's got Fish Flies. He had Tenement, right? Recently. He's writing that. Now he's got this. If he's writing this as an
Phantom Road.
Yeah.
I love the book. No. Don't do that. Don't do that to me.
It was it was okay. It was okay. That one.
I dropped it for like 3 or 4 issues. So like, if it got better, I'm glad. So yeah. Yeah.
Did it get better, E? Like, be honest. Like, you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I enjoyed the hell out of it. Yeah, it's one of the it's a book that, like, I feel like there's not a lot of words to it, so like, I mean, it's a breeze to read, but like if you allow the story to unfold itself and you kind of really take in Walt's artwork, I don't know, I think it's a really enjoyable experience.
Okay.
But hey, horses for courses, right?
Yeah. No, man, I love it. I gave up. Like, I'm always willing to give a book I gave up on, like, especially if it got better later on the issues, or you appreciated how it progressed. I'm always willing to give it another chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm still trudging through.
That's one thing I
right
love
now
about comics.
on that.
Is like, dude, there's so many. And how many books have you read one time and then you came back to and you're like, why was I such an idiot the first time around and did not recognize this for the amazing work of art it was? You know what I mean? There's so many books you sleep on the first time around just because it's not the right time for you, or whatever number of factors may be working against you.
Yeah, Beneath the Trees. That was me all day. I skipped out on that until you guys got to like the last issue. And I was like, fine, all right, I'll read it. Okay.
Yeah, we did bully you about that one. Just like we bullied Nick about Kaya. So
yeah.
Almost caught up, guys.
Oh yeah. Good. All right. Okay, I think that's it for comic book news. Anything else you want to talk about? Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Usagi Yojimbo?
Yeah, we could just do quicks. We could do quicks on those, I guess. Yeah, like Usagi, that'll be fun to see Usagi and Power Rangers. I'm surprised they haven't done it before. We've had Usagi and the Turtles, long relationship there. It'll be a team up. It'll be cool. I can't wait to see the Usagi mech, whatever the hell that's going to look like. Him joining, that's going to be the most exciting part that everyone's going to want to see. So undoubtedly they're going to do that. That'll be fun. But yeah, Eric, anything on that one?
Yeah, no, I'm down. Like, my son just got an Usagi book a couple weeks back, and it had like a mech, version of Usagi, not like a giant one, but just like a small regular size one. I was like, oh man, that's like right in that same wheelhouse. So yeah, it'll be cool, man. And if Stan Sakai is involved with it, then I'm down.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah. All right, one more thing I wanted to talk about. Blade, the Red Band, this Red Band announcement that we got Brian Hill coming back to Blade. Okay, so I'm kind of hopeful about this one. We got CF Villa on art, 5-issue series coming in October. Parental advisory, poly bagged, right on time for Halloween. How do y'all feel about this? I mean, I feel like this is almost like an apology from Marvel to Brian Hill for like the way they treated him on his regular Blade run, man. That just, I just feel like he fell victim to way too many external forces and like just got put in a bad corner when it came time to end that and time for Blood Hunt. Because I guess they didn't want to have Blade going on with Blood Hunt, and I don't know. How do y'all feel about this? Because I love the start of that Blade series. I thought it had such great prospects and so many good things going for it, but then it just felt like, we got that Incredible Hulk issue, and it felt like they didn't believe in it sales wise, and they were trying to do things to bolster that, and that the storyline fell victim to it. And then like the way they just gave it to him to end up like, just, it kind of felt like a protest by him, at least to me. So I don't know. I'm glad to see he gets 5 more issues, but this will be cool with the Red Band thing. I think maybe he could really let loose and do his thing, but I don't know. Thoughts, Nick? You got thoughts on this one? You liked the original at least for a little while, didn't you?
Yeah. The setup was great. I was disappointed with the ending, just like I think everybody was, right? Like nobody wanted that ending. And I like the ancillary characters they brought in, like the people that helped him on his journey were great. I liked the idea of his journey. He was fighting this like ultimate demonic presence, and so that was kind of cool. And he had to like train with Dracula and like upgrade his skills just so he can. It turned into like a video game almost. You know what I mean? Like he's just farming XP and skills, right? Just so he can beat the boss, and that's what it ended up turning into,
though.
Which wasn't like great, but like I'm glad we're getting more. It's only going to be a few issues, and they're throwing a Red Band on there like it's something special. But if it's going to follow the pattern of Blood Hunt, it'll be what, a half a dozen different panels, and it'll be, instead of a guy getting stabbed through the abdomen, it'll be his head being cut off. You know what I mean? Which fine, you know what I mean? But like,
and it'll be $1 extra.
And it'll be $1 more in a polybag. So like they're treating Red Band as like something that's going to be ultra badass. But at the end of the day, it's like, okay, we go to any other publisher and that's what we get in every issue. You know what I mean? So it's like,
seriously,
yeah, good for you, Marvel. You're like
really let loose. Like, and
yeah,
that's the thing. It's like kind of crazy. It was like they slapped this Max on the Max label on this Get Fury book they got going on. It's like, are y'all really y'all aren't willing to take it there like you did before back in the early 2000s? You know what I mean? Like you're not. So let's not pretend to play those games. But
right,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
E, how about you? You got any thoughts on this one?
I'm excited. I mean, I agree with everything you guys have said, but like looking back at like the beginning of Brian Hill's run on Blade, I mean, there was weeks and months where we were all getting together and saying, this is the best book that Marvel is putting out, period.
Yeah.
Right. And so, I'm down for it. Like I picked up the first Midnight Suns Blood Hunt tie-in because it's written by him and it's kind of a spiritual, continuation of the series. It's got one of the main players. And it was good. I enjoyed it. Like it wasn't anything that was blowing my hair back, but it was good. So I think it's a good opportunity for him to maybe tell the ending that he intended to, or whatever, at least a more satisfying ending. So 5 issues, they're billing it right. They're coming out of the gate saying it's a limited series, so they're not getting any kind of hopes up, or they're not saying it's an ongoing that they're going to cancel after a couple issues. So at the very least, they're doing it right. So I got to appreciate that.
Oh yeah. Amen. Well said, bro. Like that's a great point about those first 4 or 5 issues of the original run, man. That was like such good stuff, and we were talking about it like it was the best thing coming out of the House Ideas at the time. So
it was, yeah.
Great point. All right, real quick, let me get to the chat.
Yeah,
what's up, bro?
No, I was gonna say we got some comments about this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Just going back, we got our boy Rogue in the house station. You'll have me crazy jealous with your Heroes Cons post.
Next year, man. Come on. Bring it on.
Make it happen.
You got to get down. Make it happen. I'm telling you, like, guys, let me just say this before we get into it. The best thing about it is just like everybody is there for the love of the game. Now, people are there to make money, of course, and, artists and retailers and all that. But just the love, the energy, like how many amazing conversations did we have with random people? How many like random, the drink and draw, like the just standing in line with folks. Like we didn't have one negative one, like even lukewarm conversation as far as like just con attendees and people like us. It was amazing. Like the energy in that place is amazing. It's so well structured, and put together. I highly recommend it to any comic book fan. It really is the mecca in my book. And again, I don't know much. I haven't been around the world. I haven't been to San Diego and New York, but dude, the amount of talent and names they had in that room, it was so great. So yeah, y'all get down there. Sorry. All right, getting through these comments. We got our boy Hip Hop's and me. What up, bro? Good to see you. Thank you for coming through.
Steve.
Yeah, what up, Steve-O? Hope you're doing well. Connie, just stopping by. It's 3 a.m. Another UK. We appreciate you coming through. Yeah, get with Fable. We got to get you on the show.
Yep.
Rogue said Phantom Road is great. It's just a slow burn.
Thank you, Rogue.
Yeah, going back and reading all of Phantom Road together made me. Yeah, that's what I need to do. I just need to.
Yeah. Damn it, Rogue, why'd you have to side with E on that one? Now
that's my boy right there.
Think about going back and checking that one out.
Doc said I finished Kaya A+ and Maya's a dime. Hell yeah, bro. The only thing I don't like about the Red Band is that it's a limited run. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Then he says Red Band for an gimmick for an extra $1 is crazy. It is, man.
Right.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, it's like the foil covers. It's like all the reprints. It's like all that.
Absolutely.
Crazy.
Fable said it's definitely the new gimmick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But it seems to be working too. So like again, I can't fault them.
Yeah. Sure. Talk said RR says Heroes is best. Yeah, man. It was a shame he couldn't make it this year. I was looking forward to meeting Robbie, but hopefully next year. Oh yeah. Pedro says come to San Diego. Man, I gotta get out there. I would love to. We OE now.
I was gonna say,
you know what I mean?
You OE.
No, listen. I'm West Coast, and I'll go to Heroes.
He made the trip. He came to Charlotte, North Carolina. Like we owe it to him now.
He flew to Nashville last year too, so I know I get it.
You know what I mean? So you're on the clock 2 times, man. We got to get out of San Diego though. Like San Diego, I think is definitely a con I would love to do one year, just to say you did.
Cut into my hero fund.
It's it's definitely on the bucket list. I got to get out.
Yeah.
The nature of cons is just interesting though, because like I feel like what we experienced, and I won't dive too deep into the stuff, but like we went to a comic book convention, whereas New York Comic Con even feels like it leans a little bit pop culture, television stuff, and San Diego really leans into that. I mean, they have the Hall H panels where that's where all the MCU stuff pops off. That's where all the DC extended universe stuff pops off. So it's just a different beast. But I think we went to a pure comic book convention.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, no doubt.
Just on that note, so I hung out with these gentlemen for basically 2.5 days. On Sunday, my daughter came, and we spent about 3.5 hours in the con, just walking the floor, and I just let her do her thing. And of course, we went to the booths that I hadn't been to all weekend when I was with my daughter. So we went to like the 3D painted dragons booth, and like so we were at one of those booths. I think they had like little figures they had made out of clay, and it was so funny. She was like, we walked up, and I was like, "Hello." They're like, "Hello." You greet every booth you go to. They're like, "How's your con been?" I was like, "It's been amazing." I said it's been earth shattering in every single way. And I was like, "How's your con been?" And she was like, "Eh." I was just like, you know what I mean? And it's just like it's not that type of con for those type of people who are you know what I mean? It is a purely comic book convention. So like that made me laugh and really put things in perspective. But yeah, I don't know. Y'all want to go ahead and since we got real quick on the news, anything else you want to talk about? The Penguin trailer.
We could just do some rapid fires. I think some rapid fires would be good. We can just go through real quick.
Penguin trailer, Colin Farrell. Any thoughts on that one? It looked great. I love the organized crime aspect. We got the Maronis and the Falcones and all the good old DC Gotham City mafia families going at it. But I don't know, that one looked good. I'm all here for Colin Farrell. I think he's a phenomenal actor. You guys, that one
absolutely,
that one looked good. Yeah,
took the words out of my mouth, man. And the Batman crime families, they run so deep, and there's so much from that to make a really awesome television show. So dude, make it happen. This is awesome.
Yeah, he's probably one of the best things that has come out of that movie for sure, in my opinion. Like, Robert Pattinson, fine. Like Selena, Catwoman, Catwoman was great, but like Penguin was my favorite. I love
he's
that.
so
So I'm
good.
so glad they picked that out, and I'm so glad they're going to continue that story in any way possible. So yeah, I'm really excited for that one.
Yeah, it looked like he's got some like young kid, and it's like him and this young kid, and he's kind of like making the city his type of deal. Not too far from the Tom King run that's going on right now. So with the
Yeah.
Penguin, so excited to
Yep.
see where that goes. The Watchmen chapters 1 and 2 got announced. Of course, Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons' acclaimed graphic novel, which we already got our Zack Snyder movie. The animation on this looked dope. I'm a big DC animation stan, so I'm definitely here for this. I do feel there's a whole lot of other stories I would have liked to seen adapted or put into play, but I don't know. I'm here for this one. I'll watch this one. You guys got thoughts about this one?
Yeah. You want to lead off?
I mean, yeah, we watched it together. Like, we were talking about it right there in the hotel. But it was, it looks awesome. It's just so weird because Zack Snyder adapted it so much from the comic that when you were watching the cartoon and it's doing the same thing, I'm like, oh, this is weird. It's like reliving it's like a different alternate universe version of Watchmen. So, like, I'm here for it, but as part of me, it's also like, didn't we see this?
I thought the exact same thing, to be honest with you. I'm glad they're doing it in animation, and I like the animation that they're choosing. It's going to hit a different generation, so it's just going to continue the legacy of the classic, story. So from that perspective, it's cool. Like initially we had the comics, and then we had Zack Snyder's thing, and now we have the animated version, and we have some tie-ins in the comics and whatnot. So I wish, like Stu just said, I wish we would have explored the universe a little bit more, different characters, different storylines. But at the same time, this potentially is going to open it up to a whole new audience, a younger audience that maybe looked at the comic and said, I'm not reading that shit. Or maybe they don't think maybe the movie's too depressing and boring and they need some kind of animation that make it look cooler, even though it's a great story. So I'm excited it's going to see more eyes because of it. So it's all good.
Yeah. Well, I will say that if you want to explore the other characters or different aspects of that world, man, the HBO series Watchmen was stupendous from a couple of years back.
Oh
it
my
is
God.
so worth it. Good. It is just fantastic television. So
slow burn, but good. It paid all the connections start being made at the very end, and the characters are really interesting. So yeah, it was good.
Completely agree and second that. And like how genius it was, that I think that really set itself apart because of the own world it's created. It did have elements of Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons thing, but it was entirely its own story and its own characters. And I just love it adapted like the general spirit and soul of that book, but it was like all those different characters, dude. What's her name? Who was Sister Night?
Regina King.
Oh my God, a straight force of nature in that, man.
Yes,
so good.
Yes.
And Mirror Man or whatever. What was his name? He had the mirror face. I think that's
what
it was called.
No,
he was a cool character too. I love that actor though.
Yeah.
Great. That was a good one.
Great call. All right. So the current United States Surgeon General is urging Congress to take action to introduce a warning label for social media platforms, akin to how tobacco products are required to carry a warning on, the cigarette packaging and so on. So they're thinking about slapping those warnings on the apps, y'all, as they do with cigarettes and alcohol. The middle, quote unquote, this is to quote Murthy in an op-ed in the New York Times on Monday, the mental health crisis among young people is an emergency, and social media has emerged as an important contributor. According to a Gallup poll, teens spend nearly 5 hours a day on social media apps. In an interview with CNN's Meg Terrell, our Surgeon General said that the prevalence of social media use among kids is over 95%, nearly universal. I don't know, man. I'm not going to argue with the numbers. I definitely think it's a problem, and I don't know about slapping a cigarette label on the social media apps is going to do anything. I think there's a lot more effective tools out there. Nick, you showed me one just this past week, which we've already
Yeah.
implemented in my household.
Oh, cool.
You know,
I was gonna
there's
mention it.
apps.
Yeah.
There's apps you know out there that you can monitor anything you want on your kid's phone, and yeah.
So your
Real
kids
quick,
are loving you right now.
5 hours a day is definitely bad parenting, man. Like this,
I'll
you
text
know
my
what I
daughter
mean?
now.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys got any thoughts on this, or you know?
I'll share the advice I gave you, which is if you're on an Android phone, you can create like a family account kind of thing, and it should be stock on your phone. My experience is on a Android phone using AT&T, and it might be another carriers as well, but there's an app called Secure Family, and in Secure Family you can link it to any phone in your plan. And so like I have my daughter's phone on here. Not only does it have GPS so you can see where the phone is, but it also has time limits that you can set, like a weekly schedule. You can also block certain apps, and you can set you can turn the internet on and off on the device so it can lose its connection. I think it still has Wi-Fi though, so you have to figure that out. But you can have like app access based on rewards. So like if you do an allowance system at your house or whatever it might be, you're like, oh, if you set the table and put the dishes away and clean the cat box or take the trash down, I'll give you 30 minutes on your phone or whatever. Like that could be a reward system. I'm not going to get into the morality of that, but that's something you can look into as well to help monitor your kids' stuff. So, you know, AT&T on Android phones, you can definitely do it. So search, man. There's options out there if your kids have a problem, or you can just go like this, give me your damn phone, and you put it in a drawer.
There you go. Yep.
That's the old fashioned way to do it. So
put them in that room under the staircase, just like Harry Potter.
That's right. Yeah, for sure. So there's lots of ways you can attack this problem, but I think that everyone's guilty of it probably.
Yeah, absolutely. Real quick, just get to the chat before we move on to the spoils of war with our heroes Con gets. Dude, Colin Farrell was also Bullseye. Never forget. So great. Makes me want to lick my eyebrows right now. Warren's the one probably that has a lot of stories left to tell. I don't know what we're talking about right there, but Billy says Colin Farrell's a really good actor. Has anyone seen Alexander? Yeah, Alexander's all right. I think there's better examples of his In Bruges is one of my favorites with Brendan Gleeson and Ralph Fiennes, where he plays a tormented hitman who shot a kid and when he was trying to execute some bishop in a church. Such a great movie. Yeah, definitely highly recommend that one for any Colin Farrell fans.
Yeah.
Is ad thing a part of Watchmen? What ad thing?
No idea.
Sure.
Nope.
The Surgeon General says social media can be detrimental to your health. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into blaming, guys. What do you say?
Let's do it, man.
Sounds great.
Let's get into it.
Why don't I own this? Why don't I own this?
All right.
Who's going to start off?
I don't know, man. Who's got the?
I was gonna say I feel like this is a Mexican standoff right now.
We're all nervous to show some of the stuff.
First off, let me shout out my boy real quick. Hold on. I'll go. Let me go.
Okay.
This guy, before we even got started at Heroes, right? We all show up, we get up, get situated in the hotel room. I got the short end of the stick on the coin flip with Nick, but it's okay.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Oh Lord. Okay. Well, I gotta I'll follow you with that. How about that?
Yeah.
I wasn't planning on doing that, but we'll do it.
Get the last one. So before we even get like situated at the Heroes this weekend, I meet up with E and Nick, and E has a whole portfolio of his artwork that he's gifted to Nick and I, and we split this up over coin toss. Dude, look how talented our guy is, right? Right.
There it is. Now he's gonna have to explain some of these things because
Yeah, you tell us what we were looking at.
you got to
This
give
one
us
was
the
like
background
this
on it.
one was an original character, wasn't it?
Oh, dude, like you're asking me to remember any of this stuff here. These aren't exactly brand new. I do remember this one, and it's just solely based on. You remember that old game Rock Band? It was kind of like Guitar Hero. It would let you auto generate a name, and the name of the band was Grizzly Bear Charisma. So I'm like, okay, that
Oh,
feels
nice.
like it looks like this.
Nice, love that. And then this is my favorite.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, I love that one. That's so good.
And I got a Dr. Doom one. He made me that I'm gonna keep under wraps until I can get the logo all worked out. But yeah, I can't wait to show you all that one. But shout out my boy E. Brought the sick artwork. I'll let Nick show off his E pieces real quick. Hold on.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah. So like 10 years ago, we talked about this one, and so we got. Forgive me. This is when Something's Killing Children was like really good. So let me just start with that right there. He made this sick like Erica Slaughter shot right here of just like stabbing some beast. You know what I mean? Just dazed out of her mind. She's just slaughtering some stuff. So like all E originals, and I will show the one that I asked for most recently because I caught up with Cy Spurrier's Hellblazer run. I was like obsessed with that run. I was loving it and everything, and I'm really enjoying the next one. So I asked him to do me like a John Constantine piece, but like incorporate my logo somehow. So dude like did a Constantine with my logo like on a tarot card or something like that on his card right here.
Come on, y'all.
That is just like
Come on,
so
y'all.
good. It is so good. I love that so much. It's such a great shot. So like, dude, man, major props to you for putting that together, man. That was so cool. There's a few other pieces I'll definitely share as well. We got some like Fear and Loathing stuff right here. Look at
wait,
this.
hold on. Let me get back.
Yeah, blow me back
There we
up.
go.
Look at that.
Ooh-wee.
I mean, it's just like so the splatter alone. It's so good. I love that. And then he did like a really dope Daredevil too. Look at that. It's so good. This guy's been like hiding under a rock, man. You need to be doing more artwork. That's what you need to be doing.
So, bro, it's so good. And I lost
So
all these
good.
in a coin toss, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Not that the pieces I have aren't great, but I was,
Yeah, what a
there's
backhanded
a couple of
compliment,
those-
too.
there's
Oh,
a
yeah,
couple of
for
those
sure.
that I really wanted that Fear and Loathing, but that's all right. I'm so glad Nick has it. You know, I'm so happy for Nick. I really am. So,
Whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. All right. So, who wants to go first? Anybody want to?
I thought you were gonna set that. I mean, go ahead and set it, man.
Well,
Go
here,
ahead.
hold on. Before you guys do that, I want to show off all the. No, wait. No, I forgot. Y'all didn't draw me a damn thing the entire
I drew
time
you
I
a
was there.
I
poster
didn't
first,
either.
And then you gave it to a stranger, an absolute stranger.
a stranger. I gave it to charity. You could have bought it.
Exactly. Yeah, you did. I could have bought it.
Yeah. So, just for the record, there was a drink and draw. Friday night where we all, you know, a room full of people, artists and con attendees included, all drew on coasters and donated them to charity. So we handed them in, and they looked at the art, I guess, and decided on a price and tried to sell it. So just for the record, the next day we came back by the table, and the only one who hadn't sold was our boy Nick here, bro. And Nick, who did it? Nick did
I wasn't gonna say
Usagi.
it.
Oh, you didn't? I didn't see mine on the table. Did you, Nick? What do you
I
mean?
didn't see mine.
Don't be acting crazy. Yeah, man. Nick's Usagi Yojimbo was the only one. Of course, he's a real artist. So, but I did a Dr. Doom mask. You know, I'm no slouch myself, but you know, obviously,
Mine was there. So yeah, there was tables of like hundreds of these things probably by at certain points of the night, and whatever didn't sell that night went back to the con floor the next day, like they were saying. And yeah, mine was definitely sitting there. It wasn't a bad Usagi. It was actually pretty damn good.
No,
I
it
was
was
surprised
solid.
it didn't
It was-
sell
it
for
was
two
really-
for
really
$2.
great,
it
actually.
was very good, Nick. It was very
Thanks.
good.
I needed. Yeah. I mean, you can insult me, but then you gotta bring me back in.
Oh man, it was incredible though. You could get like a Ron Lim coaster for $20. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That was a
Yeah.
super cool.
Larry
cool
Hama had a bunch of coasters there too.
Yep.
I forgot what they didn't sell, but yeah, a lot of the indie artists and some of the big guys, they actually came back that night and did some coasters. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
That was my one regret of the con is I wish I bought just like a stack of the empty coasters just to have like, and then I could just doodle on them, you know, whenever I wanted to.
Mm.
Yeah. But that's
Yeah.
one thing I loved about the con though, was the celebration of art. Like there was always live art going on like in some corner of that con. I love that about it. I really felt like it got put on a pedestal and the con in a way that I hadn't seen before. So that was definitely one of my favorite parts of the experience.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
All right,
Well, I mean, I got stuff ready. I mean, you just tell me.
go ahead.
You want to flip it
You
over?
go first, bro. Yeah, you pull the trigger first, and
We're gonna go to Michael Fifi first.
There we go.
we're gonna go to this little boy right here. So we have this is a series that he's been like flaunting, and other people of course have been talking about for so long. And so we got to meet him, and of course every time you meet somebody there, they always like to sign the inside of their books, which is really cool. So this is definitely a series I was trying to get my hands on for quite some time, and I know nothing about it, but he had all the different volumes there, and I'm like, dude, where do I mean, like, it's a stupid question, where do I start? And like, you just grab book number 1, right? So like, I love the interior artwork in this. It's just going to be something really fun and trippy to like dive into. So really can't wait to get inside of Copra. So we have that right there. I'm going to show you some like the trades, like the collected stuff that I picked up, because we're going to have a whole stream tomorrow dedicated on the details and stuff, and that's going to be really cool. But from Jim Mafu, we got his little sketchbook, his ballpoint Slayer right here as well. Sick. When you guys picked this one up, I was like super jealous. I'm like, oh, damn it, I missed this. I don't even know who this guy is. And he was really cool. He personalizes the back too. I should have gotten that out before, so sorry for the crinkle. But he always does it, these little quick sketches on the back here too. So that was really interesting. And yeah, his style is really
you're right. I'm sorry, Talk. My bad. Let me
make him big, Stu.
Yep.
I mean, I can make myself big here. Let's see. There we go. So yeah, the Ballpoint Slayer, Volume 1. And like I said, this is blank when you buy it, and then he just does like a quick sketch right there. So you can see his quick sketches. Deceivingly simple, as I told Ian. I'm like, yeah, this doesn't look that hard. But when you look at the dude's style, it's just like crazy what he's able to put together.
So good. I love
just the compositions and stuff are just really nuts. So much stuff going on there. Let me see here. So Jeffrey Allen Love was there as well, an artist that's relatively new to me. Like, I didn't really know anything that he was doing before, but his style is unmistakable. Like, once you see one piece, you'll see it forever in whatever he puts out. So he has notes from the Shadowed City. He's got this little collection right here that he put out. He's going to have a Conan cover pretty soon. I think it's issue number 12, right? Right?
Yep.
Like
it's 12. It's 12.
Okay. Yep. So it's going to be coming out soon. And like his little book here, I suppose there's a story on the one page, and then we got like these single pages of black and white art right there. And again, his style is so easily recognizable that like as soon as you see a cover or a variant, you're going to know it right away. Right. So that was really cool. We met him. It was on Sunday, right? Because it was on Father's Day, and he wasn't around a lot. And so like when we went up to his table, he was finally there. He had a few books out. He had like a portfolio with maybe like 6 things in it, because he was selling stuff. Maybe he didn't bring a whole lot, but it was Father's Day. And as soon as we got there, within 30 seconds, his phone rang, and it was his kids. And he's like, sorry, it's my kid. It's Father's Day. And we're like, dude, like, take the call, man. Take the call.
Yeah,
so
right.
It was really cool. And he was grateful to be there, and, whatever. But one of my favorite things, one of the favorite things I was able to pick up in the same kind of format here was Jeff Decal. We learned how to say his name, not Deckel or anything, but this is his little sketchbook that he has, the Silver and Soot. So this is fairly rare, and he doesn't even have it like on his website, but like it's just such a great shot. So if you're a fan of this guy's art, this book is just nothing but that, just page after page. And there's some like life drawings and things like that in the back. So like really simple sketches. And he goes over a little bit about like what each section is for. He's got some like alternate covers and things like that. So the guy is just amazing, and he was super, super nice. So we'll get into more of that. And I was actually able to pick up some really cool stuff from his booth beyond that. But I was really excited to get that. Like Jim's book and this book were like definitely on my hit list for sure. So I'm really, really excited. I was able to pick up those copies right there. So I think that's all I'm going to show at the moment. I'll let you guys show off some good stuff. But yeah, those were definitely some good grabs.
Oh yeah, hold on.
Those are fantastic.
Let me get you out of here. There we go. All righty, I'm gonna let you go next, buddy.
Cool. So I'm gonna go a different direction here. So part of the con experience for me was just like it was about like the people, right? So and the creators that I definitely knew I wanted to see. So with that being said, of course, I wanted to bring things to actually present these creators, right? So I'm going to show the signatures that I got that I were kind of pre-planned. So I'm going to start off with what I think was Matt Kint's probably his latest book I think he put out. And dude was just so gracious with his time and so awesome. And he did a full-on signature and remark on the inside of that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. Loved it. It was great talking with him about some of the new books that he's got coming out, some of the new Berserker that's coming out, a potential sequel to this with some more European artists. Super, super cool stuff and a great dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see.
He had some pretty cool prints on this table too. A lot of watercolory type
He
stuff.
did, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and he works in the same vein as that kind of Jeff Lemire. If you dig that kind of style, you're really going to dig his stuff, and it makes so much sense that they work together so much as
Right.
well. The thing I was most excited about bringing, and it's kind of in the same vein as what Nick was showing off here, but this is Cosmic Toast. And this was the first Jim Mafood book to ever be self-published. And we're talking, this goes way, way back in the day. And it was really cool. So we got his signature, other side here, right here.
Yep.
And it was great because when I showed him this, he was just like, dude, I got to ask, like, how much did you actually pay for that? Because they're so rare. And I was like, yeah, I dropped a pretty penny because, like, I mean, no joke. I've been a fan of his for, you know, a long, long time. I was like, I've been on the search for this for about 20 years, no joke. And he was just like, dude, there's like 300 of those in publication out there. So it was just so awesome to kind of hear a little bit of the backstory on that and to get his perspective and to see his excitement about it showing up kind of in the wild too. So that was really cool.
Yep.
Let's see here. All right. We got this one. This was a hit of the con. I think everyone and their mother brought a copy of this one, but we got Doom #1 here with our boy Sanford Green signing it. Man, his hand must have been cramped as hell because he signed so many copies of this comic right here, but well worth it, man. He's just like, he's killing it. He did a great job on this, and he was kind of alluding to some more maybe stuff coming down the pipeline that he couldn't talk about, but regardless, so kind of getting just the inkling of new stuff was just super dope to hear.
I was so happy to see a line at his table too.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
You know,
it was dope.
Yeah,
it was dope. He was right next to Daniel Warren Johnson, like at the Felix Comic Art table where he belonged. Like,
yep.
Stu, it's almost like
dope.
you were reading my mind, bro, because same table here. I got what was my book of the year at that time here. Do a Powerbomb #1 with Daniel Warren Johnson's signature right there.
Oh,
yep.
Love this book. Love that dude. Again, like it kind of got a broken record kind of thing. He was just so gracious with his time, and he was so like, he was just so there for the fans, man. Like you could just feel it, you could tell it, and like I don't know, man. He was just such a cool dude. He was just so happy to see everyone, and trust me when I say everyone, we're talking like everyone was in this dude's line. Like we knew it coming into, so we made a beeline over to his place. And the final thing I'll show off here was probably like the dude of the con for me, the guy that just like made my heart grow like 3 times as big, right? But Marty Keene,
boy,
this dude, he was amazing. He was just such a nice, friendly dude. Like he was just like he was excited to see all the people there, and this book is amazing here. So I was so happy to get the sig on the #1 here and just get a chance to talk to him because he was amazing. Like you want to talk about indie creators that are on the come up, dude, like well, more than on the come up, but like he's already there and he's just gonna like keep growing. Like if you don't know that dude, like you better know because he's fantastic.
Yeah, couldn't agree more, man. He was definitely one of the biggest highlights for sure.
He was,
of that whole con.
But that's my blaming.
Nice. That's you. All right. Y'all keeping in mind I'm about to.
Don't do.
I know. I'm rethinking everything. I'm like, do I drop some bombs?
I'm gonna give him. I'll give him some. I'm sorry. I'm gonna give him some more, bro. I'm giving him some more. All right. Yeah. First off, let's start with the signings, man. This guy was such a joy to meet. Jim Rugg. I got both my Hulk Grand Designs.
I love you holding him like that too, man.
Yeah, dude, the guy was so super kind. Just I was blown away. One of those interactions that really stuck with me throughout the con. You know, I couldn't have nicer things to say about the guy. You know, I told him I was bringing my daughter later in the weekend. He told me he hopes that I had fun with it. He asked me if I had spoken to the piss scores, and I don't know. It was amazing. That was one of the great experiences I had. This one for sure. This was day one. The first one, like we had our VIP tickets. We got in line early, dude. Meeting Daniel Warren Johnson was so sick, right?
So jealous.
Such a nice guy. Getting this bad boy signed. Let's go, right? Beta Ray Bill, one of my favorite series, got all these bad boys signed. Man, I was so ecstatic. So things I learned. Obviously, he's got the series coming out with Riley Rossmo later this year, but he's also got a sci-fi epic that he's writing and drawing. I think coming out on Image soon enough. I asked him if he's coming back to Transformers at all on art, and he said that no, Hasbro couldn't pay him enough to not work on his own stuff.
That's exactly what he said too.
Yep.
Hasbro couldn't afford me.
What a great answer, though.
And yeah, so like he said he's contracted on Transformers through cover number 25, and after that, so he said maybe like a one-off or something down the line, but he's not coming back for any final arcs on art.
Yeah.
But regardless, he looked a little stressed out. Like I told the boys, he looked a little stressed out when I asked him about the sci-fi epic. Like you look like he had a lot on his
He did.
He looked like he had a lot on his plate, but regardless, man, yeah. Kyle Starks, Where Monsters Lie, got the signed copy. This guy was such a joy to meet. Hilarious. I was doubled over at his booth half the time. So damn funny.
Yeah, the other funny guy.
Yeah, exactly. The other funny guy, as he would describe himself, akin to Mark Russell. One of the my one-on-one experiences I had with JG Jones, man, such a kind dude. I got all my Final Crises signed. He showed me art from his upcoming book. He's got, I think it's called Low with I don't know. It might be called Low. I could be wrong on that. It's a Dust Bowl saga he's got coming out on Giant Generator with Rick Remender. He showed me on his phone. Such a kind guy. You know what I loved about JG? I went to pay him, and he's like, "Hold on, let me get one of these people who do deals with money." Like he didn't want to have anything to do with it. He went and got this younger lady to take my cash and give me change. It was such a pure wholesome experience. All right,
I'm just mad that you met him, and I had my Final Crisis that Steph gave me. And I was like, wait a minute.
That's super cool.
Yeah. And I was like, he was like one of the 3 people I just couldn't connect with for some reason that weekend.
Man. JG was there, but he wasn't. You know what I mean? And I also think he's got some health things going on. So, but it was such a joy to meet him. He was so nice and personable.
Yep.
All right, and then finally, I'm just gonna shout out a couple pieces of artwork, man. I want to, dude. This Jeff.
Nice.
And the Frost
Love
print.
it.
He was cool. He was a little elusive. He was
right. I should have gone as crazy as y'all did at his table, but I didn't.
So we went on Saturday, right? No, we went on Friday, and he was like his booth was.
He wasn't there. Yeah.
Yeah, we went every single day looking for him because we knew.
And then Saturday morning he wasn't there, and we're like, oh no.
But then he was there early Saturday afternoon, right?
Yeah, after lunch, I think we went back, and all of a sudden he was there and chilling. So
it was great seeing him get drunk at the hotel with Ron Garney.
Yeah, more to
what
come.
What a duo!
Late on Saturday night. Yeah. Stopped by the homies, Comics Curing Cancer. Picked up the Spider-Man print they got going on, dude. I got the last one. I got the display copy. Shout out the homies Legion of Comics, DJ Lynx, who had a freaking. Dude, how great was Lynx Con, man? Every time I saw Lynx, he was like setting up his camera, filming somebody, drawing something. He got an incredible piece of art at the auction.
Yeah, dude was working.
Yeah, so good seeing the homies, Rob Fat Stacks, Circumstances, seeing him that night. So shout out to all the homies doing Comics Curing Cancer. Nick put together something really special for them. We're gonna showcase down the road. I can't wait for y'all to see it. And then finally, man, this was my one commission of Heroes Con. My boy came through. I think I posted it on Instagram already. Marty Keene. My instruction was to him, Dr. Doom's doing something cool. Dude, how
That's so
boss
awesome.
is this right here? And we got like the like above the front fender.
The Doom hot rod on the moon, I guess. One of the planets, chilling, smoking a cigarette with a knee up on the car, man, or a foot on the car.
Right. So
Doom
shout
goes
out
where he
to
wants to go.
That's
shout out to
amazing.
Marty. Yeah, shout out to Marty King, man. That one, that made my Heroes Con before I even got to Heroes Con because he sent me that in an email about 2 weeks before, and shout out to my boy Nick because I would have missed the commission cutoff. So, man, that was amazing. But yeah, that's all I got.
Hey, what's up?
Show
There you
something
go.
else. Uh-oh.
I'll get you, Stu. Ready? Boom.
Yeah, but we're gonna be going through this and super detailed. There's a whole lot. I think all of us left off the books. We don't want to be going for hours and hours, but we're gonna be going live tomorrow at what time are we going live, bro?
It's gonna be it's gonna be 11 Central, 12 Eastern tomorrow. So it'll be over on my channel, so we can see all the glory.
Yeah, and we're going to be going through the weekend, like start to finish, and
we'll walk through the whole weekend, all the experiences, conversations, what we loved, what we didn't love, which is a short list.
Yeah,
all the stuff we picked up.
9 a.m. Pacific time, also for us West Coasters.
Nobody cares.
Throwing that out there.
Edit that out.
Quiet, hippie. But yeah, anything you guys want to plug before we get out of here for tonight? Nick,
it's just a pleasure to do this again and to talk to you guys again, and it was good seeing Fable. It's been a few weeks. Brother Joe, thanks again for singing us in, and we said it before, but happy birthday to Fable. His birthday was just earlier in the week, so big shout out and happy birthday to Fable, and everybody throw your positive energy towards his family. They're going through a big transition, as we all know, so just always thinking about you guys, and thanks again, man, for always being there. Appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, how about you, brother?
No, I just echo what Nick said, man. I mean, I think Fable said, like, keep us in your thoughts and all that kind of stuff. It's like, you don't need that, man. You're a great dude, and great things are gonna, come your way regardless. So just excited to see what that next adventure is gonna look like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Jenny Frisson was a bit colder than we all anticipated. I'm just going to put it out there. Let's go ahead and talk about it real quick. So, look, here's my favorite part, right? Sunday talk. This you'll enjoy this. Sunday morning, we're in line for Sanford Green, and we see Jenny enter, stage right with her partner, and they're like just chatting up some tables and some friend of theirs. My favorite part was Jenny did this like roundabout walkthrough where she like walked, and she was like 2 lanes over, but she walked by and like eyed her table up to see like how many people were over there and what she had to deal with. But yeah, Jenny was it was not that she wasn't ice cold, but it was a bit frostier than I would imagine it going.
I don't know what you're talking about. That was your experience.
Fair enough, bro. Somebody's still jilted, but yeah, that's why there's no documentation of that one. He destroyed all the evidence.
She was overwhelmed. I mean, you got to imagine, like, even
literally,
Warren Johnson.
Literally, as Nick made his way through, I think right after some woman had a whole freaking Red Ryder wagon full of comic books for her. It was ridiculous, and that was not the first time I saw her doing that weekend. Like somebody, I saw her with quite a few carts where she was signing whole stacks. And it's hard to keep up the personal side of the business when it's that, I don't know, that robot
transactional.
But yeah, exactly.
When there's like a clear flipper that's just like wedging themselves in between every single other person in line, and she's like, I'm making I don't know, $5 a signature. Go ahead and give me 100 or 200 of these books, and that's what it was. That's what it was. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was. All right, so I guess that'll do it for us. Thank you all for coming, Fable. It's been an honor. We're gonna try to do this a couple more times throughout the summer. Show up for you guys and and keep Fable's name in the mix out there. You know, we miss our brother. Fridays definitely aren't the same. But you know, it's always an honor to be here and help out. So I hope we did you proud, bro. Thanks to everybody in the chat for coming through. I know it's not what you're used to, but appreciate y'all rocking with us, going through the news and seeing all these great things we got at Heroes. But yeah, hope to meet all of you in person one day. But until then, I guess that'll do it for us. Where's my brain?
That peach, Mambo go!